What's going on, comic book people? It's Jimmy C. It's been a while. I've been heavy duty selling comic books, getting some money together. Facebook, eBay, actually Instagram. Shout out Gem Mint Instagram. I hooked up with him. He does the raffles. He's helped me out with a few books. He just sold my Giant Size X-Men and my X-Men 94, both 7.0s. We did the raffle. We did my Hulk 181, and we did my Spidey 300.96 along with my 299 9.8. So he's been a big help. Selling some stuff on not as much on Facebook. It's a little too much work, too much haggling. eBay consistent, and at the shows, I just let go of my Showcase 34, the first Atom. I got a pretty penny for it from one of the dealers. It's actually up on eBay already on his account. I've let go of a lot of his stuff. The Daredevil #2 I let go of, the nice 7.5. So, I don't love letting go of this stuff, but, easy come, easy go. I'm making a few bucks in the process. I actually just wanted to contract on the house. So, I sold my X-Men 1 and Avengers 1. Same guy. We're in the process of, settling up. So, I'm putting the money towards the house. I'm not an angel. I bought a couple of pieces of artwork, too. Nothing I regret. Things you sell so much, you got to do something. Like, yes, I'm saving, but I had to let some go. So, without further ado, let me kick it off. This I had already. I just put it on the backdrop, a little Doc Ock splash page action, but we'll start with the first thing I bought. So, I won this in the February Comic Link. I had watched 3 auctions go, like art auctions, Comic Link, Heritage, ComicConnect, and I'm just biting. I'm not pulling the trigger. I don't want to just spend money to spend money, but like this was the 3rd auction. This is from. This is actually Battlestar Galactica #1, Death of Apollo, painted watercolor by Mike Mayhew. So I have no interest in Battlestar Galactica, but I don't know why. I really like the cover, and. I just said, I can't take it anymore. I have to pull the trigger on something. So let me show you. So here's the cover of the comic. That's what it looks like. So right there. It's really nice. Like look at the detail. Like this guy is super talented. Just look at the earth. This is all pencil and then watercolors. Mike Mayhew, like super talented guy. Anyhow, I won it for $600. So like. A painted cover, like all in. And the big thing I've learned, especially from Nick, about the artwork, you can't get caught up with the eye candy, especially modern stuff. There's just so much of it. They're churning, and they want so much money for these things. You have to go after comics or artwork where there's a significance to the story. So, in this, I never watched the show, but the original show, Captain Apollo was like the main dude. Like he was like the Captain Kirk of Battlestar Galactica, I'm assuming. Anyway, when they rebooted the show, again in the 80s, I believe, or late 70s, they fast-forwarded in time, like 30, 40 years. He was already dead, and they never spoke about it. They just alluded that he was dead. So this comic addresses, like, what happened to him, filling in the blanks. So I think, it's an awesome piece, beautiful painting. There's significance to the story, and I think it resonates. It's a must-have for any Battlestar Galactica fan of the show or comic. It says what happened to the main guy who they grew up with. So that's my story on that. Moving on, I grabbed this. So I was telling you guys there was the Secaucus art show. So all like the top art dealers go to this show from all over the country. It's like they have it twice a year. It's a wonderful show. So I went by ComicConnect's table. I by no means got there early. Like, I was there like an hour in. Hold on, let me make sure. I got low battery. Let me make sure it's still... Alright, so sorry, guys. So I got to the ComicConnect table, and I saw the hood of the Goblin peeking out behind a couple of other things. So I said, oh, can I see that? And I saw this. I'm like, oh, wow, this is a Spidey Goblin. I love that shit. And I looked, it was a published cover from the pocketbooks. I don't know if you guys remember the pocketbooks from, they would do reprints and then make them in the pocketbooks for, most of them were made in overseas in England. So anyway, this is the published cover, and he said, oh, it's for sale. I couldn't believe it. It was only $250 for a published cover of like 2 iconic characters. You know me. Long story short, I got it for $220 cash. I couldn't believe it. It was the deal of the day. Because, most people like think the stuff on the ComicConnect wall is stuff for auction and they're just showing off previews of it. But they actually had a little corner section of stuff for sale. And if I didn't ask, you wouldn't know. But that's why I believe it was still there when I got there. A, it was hidden behind stuff, and B, most of their stuff is usually for auction and it's consigned and it's just there to show off preview-wise. But, like, I walked around and, like, you hit pay dirt when, like, 3 dealers stopped me to ask to see what I picked up, and like they were all admiring it. And just when I told them what I paid for it, it like was even more like, I'm not gonna lie, it was kudos. It's like, who's this young guy who does, like, because nobody knows me, and it's a small circle, the art world. So it's pretty cool. Like, they saw I had a good eye and I paid a great price. So I'm really happy. Plus, I love all things Goblin, so it just goes with my motif. And last but not least, I just picked these up direct from the artist. I think this is the best new... I think this is like a modern classic. I don't know if any of you guys are reading this, but it just, to me, it's like what comics are supposed to be. If you guys are reading Superman, American Alien, this is the cover to issue 1. It's 7 parts by Max Bendis, great writer. He made that movie, The Chronicle, I forget. Those 3 kids who get telepathic powers. Anyway, he's diehard into Superman. He was like all about this. They gave him the green light. It just basically it covers basically Clark from young childhood. Each issue, it's 7 issues. Each issue goes over a different period of his life. His family, him growing up, him learning about his role. Like, most kids hit puberty. For him, puberty is learning how to use his power. So it's pretty crazy. So I got issue 1, the cover. I just love him in the cornfields, the silhouette of the barn. You got like the crop circle imprint of the S logo. And then last but not least, I got issue 7. I just love the cover. It's iconic. It reminds me of I forget what movie where you see Superman just floating in the background. So it's just so awesome. I'll show you guys the picture of it. So here's the final cover. What's cool, it's not even out yet. I think it comes out in another month or 2. So here's what the comic's going to look like without all the title and stats. And then here's the cover. So, yeah, I got both of them. I dealt directly with Ryan Sook. I got a good deal. He offered me all of them. Sorry, the camera's shaking. He offered me all the covers, but I was so tempting just to keep the set together, but I couldn't do it. Just because, I'm getting a house, so, like, the party's over. So, Jimmy C, I'm going to see a couple of you guys, East Coast Comic Con this weekend. Looking forward to it. I'll probably be selling some stuff. Always looking for that deal. Hey, you know what? If I find a deal and I could flip a book, I'm pulling the trigger no matter how much it costs. But that's it, my artwork. Hope you guys enjoyed. Jimmy C, over and out.